want to just start off with saying, oh my God, it's been so long. The last I saw you was during Pagalpanti. And then uske baad...
I haven't seen anybody after that because the pandemic, so पूछो ही मत क्या कर life उछल-पुछल.
But you're back, and you're back with a bang. A release that's not only going to be in the, it's going to be like a film, but also a web series. Tell me of it. Taish के बारे में कुछ बताइए.
It's been really, really exciting. My purpose of doing the film was able to work with Bejoy to also be able to say confidence that, I've done a film with Bejoy Nambiar and I know I did good. And it's so amazing to just, I've been reading the reviews and I've been people who've called to congratulate me for the movie. And it's just really, really nice. Yeah. एक तो सबसे बड़ी बात I think ये होती है कि I got lucky enough that even despite being in a pandemic, we were able to have a release and we were able to entertain people. And I think that has been one of the biggest achievements because I was so desperate to go to work by hook or by crook. This couldn't have come at a better time.
I know, right? Also, tell me, when was this shot and how long did it take? And tell me all of it.
So we shot this just before the pandemic.
Okay.
I mean, we were scheduled in December, and then we were supposed to release the film in April of 2020, and that was the whole plan. I remember talking to Bejoy, and he said, "You know what? We'll release the film in April. We want to have a summer release because, I mean, a lot of people have also that this was supposed to be a big screen experience, and I wish we'd watched it in a theater. The visuals and the music and the sound, but I mean, we're all very bummed that we released in a theater. But having said that, we were shooting in December of last year, and we shot in London, we shot in Mumbai. We actually didn't shoot in London that much. We shot only for a day, but the kind of locations that Bejoy has found in the I've shot in the UK so much. Like the last 2 years, I think because Pagalpanti, Houseful, Taish, everything was shot in the UK. So I was laughing and telling Bejoy, I just came back from London and you're taking me to the UK. So whole of last year I wasn't in the country, but the kind of locations he's found and all. So it was all in all a fantastic experience. Like I have never worked like this before, and I've never worked on a film like. So overall, fantastic experience.
Yeah, it's a completely different genre that we are going to be seeing you in because we're used to seeing you all happy, bubbly, and fun.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't understand why does everyone think I'm film like this. Everyone is so surprised that Kriti, you've chosen this subject and you've chosen to character. Yeah, I'm an actor. I want to do different things. For me, the whole is you want to challenge yourself from time to time. I've been very vocal about this, and even before, I think nobody was paying attention. I took offense.
I know, but that's
like this, and I want to work with Bejoy.
I know, but then that's your perspective as an actor. But as an audience, everybody loves and finds you super cute, and you've been reading your own comments. That's what people think inside you for. But I'm sure that after this one, the perception is going to be changing. Also, Kriti, tell me, this is going to be a dual release, like in two aspects, in a film and web series. So there'll be a difference in the duration also. How is it going to be like?
So Taish was initially supposed to be just a theatrical film, but Bejoy being Bejoy can never enough of his actors. So Bejoy decided, he shot the film, he wanted to shoot it, and then of course there was this editing, but he felt like, he edited the film, but there were a lot of scenes that he wished the audience would see. So I think hence the two, they release it as a film and a series. So I was telling Bejoy, I'm like, buddy, I think this is the first time anybody's ever even attempted something like this. How twisted do you have in your head to come up with something like this? You shoot a film, we shot a film, a feature, I have a script. And then you were actually able to convert that, not just great feature film, but also into a great series. So I have no complaints. I got double the love, double the warmth, and hopefully the benefit also.
So also like the web series is going to be divided into episodes, I believe. So will it have
Yeah.
more scenes that we won't be able to see in the film, or is it going to be the same?
No, it's not the same. Plays very different. There are things that you see in the film that you will not find in the web series, and there are things that you'll see in the web series and not find in the film.
Interesting.
So this is the whole point. We're trying to keep the audience intrigued in our own way. So yeah, I mean, I might reveal too much, so I don't want to. But there are lots of things in the that are very exciting, and there are lots of things in the series that are very exciting.
Also, like you said that you want, everybody obviously worked for it being a theatrical release, but now that you see nowadays, people, audiences, and everybody voice out for everything that they want. So you never know, they tend up to like the film so much that it would come out again and have a re-release. You never know.
You never know. Fingers crossed. I was telling Bejoy, I think the only thing I miss in all of it, I wish there was a way to release this in theaters, because I watched when I was thinking to myself, you know what, this is the big screen experience. Yaar. Kash hi maine dekhi hoti. Very honestly, that was the first thought I had when I watched the film, and I said, damn it, I wish this was a theatrical release.
Wishes do come true sometimes, you never know. So let's just think.
Mine mostly come true only, so fingers crossed.
Also now that I've got this we've got this time to speak to each other, I thought that I'll quickly do a segment also with you, because you're here, so I can't let you go without one. So
let's do this.
So coming to bubble secrets that we're going to talk about, okay? So my first one is going to be, it's weird, it's funny, it's nothing what we don't want to talk about. Don't worry. Okay. So ever stolen things from hotel rooms?
Sorry?
Have you ever stolen things from hotel rooms?
Stolen? No, I paid for it, na, so I'm allowed to take things.
Okay. Ever faked a birthday for free food or cake?
Yeah.
Remember when?
I remember we were in KFC. I was in the 10th standard. They had this whole thing, in McDonald's, and they had this whole thing going on, like birthday special.
Yeah.
So I got up, and a couple of my friends were sitting there, and I started singing "Happy Birthday to You" really loudly, and they came and gave us like that happy meal and the crown and everything.
Wow. That's so cool.
I actually faked it to be a friend's birthday, but I faked it. Yeah.
This is cool though. Ever made blank or prank calls when you were growing up?
Oh yes, so many. So I remember I was dating this fool, and his mom didn't like me so much. Like, we were both very, didn't like me, matlab, she didn't know about us, and she didn't approve of it, I guess, or whatever. All of 14, 15. I used to crank call his house and be like, I've done that so much. Oh my, wow.
Nostalgic?
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm just thinking about it right now, and I'm like, wow, this is like really, really bizarre. And it's so funny because I was talking to him a couple of days ago, and he watched Taish and he congratulated me and he girl recently. How far we've come! Oh my god!
From prank calls to no calls.
From prank calling to congratulating each other on and babies.
But how cool. Also, have you ever made fake accounts on social media to stalk people?
No, I stalk from my own account. I'm smarter than that. I know how to do it right.
Oh, okay. Ever sneaked out of the house while everyone was sleeping?
Yeah. A lot. I've been a very, very mischievous kid. I was extremely mischievous. Look for an opportunity and make use of that opportunity.
Okay, cool. Another one. Have you ever licked the food plate after having your favorite khana?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I am very, for me now, I like eating with my hand. I like eating with my hand. I don't like using chammach and fork. I think it's a very South Indian thing, but that's who I am and I love it. I love eating khana with my hand. I tend to do chato it also.
Okay. How cool, but even I do that. I think a lot of people do it, but very less agree. So thank you for opening up. Also, have you ever started off something with total passion and then ended up leaving it incomplete?
A lot of time. If it's something that doesn't have anything to do with my job or with my family, it always takes a back seat for me. If it's I think I'm just someone who prioritizes family work over anything that I start with passion. But that is something I've genuinely changed about myself, because it's very important to give yourself also that time, and that you can't always say ki ye zyada important hai. You're equally important, but that is something I'm still learning.
So can you also tell us what all were the things that you wanted to try on in life?
So I paint a lot, I do, and every time I'm free, you see me painting like for 6 hours at a stretch, 10 hours at a stretch sometimes. So day off. But the number of incomplete paintings in my house is unreal. The same way, if I'm cooking, halfway through I suddenly feel like a man nahi hai. I just leave it. Just leave it. I am very bizarre like that. But I think paintings are something that I definitely like. I have left so many of them incomplete. More that it really soothes me and it calms me, and it's something I really enjoy. But yeah.
Okay. Also, this one was like about the weird questions one, but now I'm going to ask you one fair question that I want to know from everybody, because it's been like 8 months crossed that we've started to live in a pandemic, and we've been alone for so long. There have been so many things that have happened. How do you feel now that we've overcome all those days and abhi dheere dheere sab theek ho raha hai? What did you learn in these months?
Now let's face it, कुछ ठीक नहीं हो रहा है. We are just learning to live in the situation that's been thrown on us. We're learning to live with it. Saying कि सब कुछ ठीक हो रहा है would be really wrong, because that is I traveled yesterday and I saw a lot of people at the airport, and I realized that there were hardly any people who were maintaining social distancing, and on the roads, even you're driving and you see people spitting on the road. I think what we need to learn is, unfortunate that we're in this circumstance, but it's so important to protect yourself, because I think it's the first time that we're so interdependent. इस बात से फर्क नहीं पड़ता मास्क पहना है और मैंने पहना है. इस बात से बहुत फर्क पड़ता है कि अगर मैं आपके साथ बैठी हूँ and I'm not wearing a mask, you're definitely at risk, even if you wear a mask. The thing is, we're so interdependent. The human race is so interdependent now, and I think the sooner we realize it, the better. The pandemic hasn't been easy on anybody. Like me, very honestly, I start working tomorrow for 14 Fere. Tomorrow is the first day that I'm shooting 14 Fere.
Wow.
So for me, it's like I'm suddenly getting out of the bubble, which I maintained for a good 8 months. And now I'm going into the actual world where I'm extremely paranoid. But I think it's the first time that your paranoia is an advantage and not a disadvantage. I think it's very important to be paranoid at this. Having said that, I couldn't have asked for a better partner during the pandemic. But I do really, really miss my family. And lately, I think I've been having more breakdowns than I would have liked to. I really, really miss being home. But I think I'm very proud that my mother said that. I told her मुझे घर आना है. So she said, see, if you travel for work, I will not stop. You should travel for work, because everyone is traveling for work. But don't make a personal trip. It's not a risk. Do what you have to do, not what you want to do right now. That is not the purpose. I think I get that from Mama, where she's a practical woman and she's smart, and I think that I can follow the same footsteps. Yeah.
I know. Also, like looking at these days and like maintaining like a social distancing thing, cleaning your hands and not spitting at places were basic manners that every human being, any which ways, had to follow. How difficult it got for all of us to even manage that. Can you see that?
But that's the problem, na? Is the issue. I think people don't realize the severity of the issue. I know people who have lost their loved ones in this pandemic, unfortunately. And you look at them and you realize that, life is predictable and you just don't know what to expect. And I know that that's how it is, that's how life is. But if you have to really break your head to teach someone etiquette, but then fear ये बंदा कैसे react करेगा, very honestly, like if I'm traveling tomorrow and I'm happy with the way someone's behaving around me, people लोगों वो इतनी बड़ी होती है कि आपको बोलने से पहले 2 बार सोचना होता है कि बंदा कैसे रिएक्ट करेगा या ऑफेंस करेगा. But yeah, I guess it's rather unfortunate कि basic etiquette like wash your hands, don't spit on the roads, don't touch each other inappropriately, don't sneeze on each other, don't cough at each other.
I know.
Rather sad कि and it's कि पढ़े लिखे लोगों को भी ये समझाना पड़ रहा है कि भाई मास्क पहन ले.
Right.
Mask पहन ले. Like there's nothing wrong with it. The entire world is going through it. You're not the only person. Na?
हाँ.
My point is we're all in this together. You cannot complain and say मुझे नहीं करना.
Right.
Like it's so important that it's so unfortunate कि पढ़े लिखे को आपको समझाना पड़ता है कि boss stop coughing in other people's faces. Please wear a mask. Make social distancing. Let's not even get into that. Like genuinely, I have dealt with such things and I feel sad for them actually कि यार माँ बाप ने इतना लगाया तुम पे पढ़ा खाया तुम्हें इस काबिल बनाया कि तुम इधर खड़े हुए हो और तुम fill in the blanks.
Also, I'm not going to take a lot of time of yours, another just 3 to 4 minutes, okay? It's a quick rapid fire on your relationship with food, okay?
Let's do this.
Okay, so first of all, tell me, there are 2 kinds of girls that I have met. एक तो होते हैं जो normal होते हैं, but एक होते हैं who go totally crazy when they don't get their food on time. Which one are you?
Khana is everything. I mean, it can make and break relationships, I feel. So I love food. Like, love food.
Tell your fans your favorite restaurant and favorite cuisine.
Sorry?
Tell your fans your favorite restaurant and favorite cuisine.
My favorite restaurant? Indar Kutir, where my mother cooks at home. That is my favorite place to be. And my favorite cuisine, it has to be Indian food. Yeah, nothing beats Indian food for me. You can never do better.
Also, you travel so much for work and stuff. Is there anything anything weird that you've tried outside and you were like, wow?
I've tried weird things, but like for me, I will only try things good aesthetically. Very honestly, I cannot eat bad looking food or anything that makes me feel like okay, I'm gonna puke. But no, I've not tried something that's really bizarre. I love seafood, but that's as bizarre as I can go. But I love everything that I eat. I think it's been very rare. Like I can tell you what I don't eat. That I know. I can never eat bhindi. I can just not eat bhindi. It makes me squirmy. Like I cannot eat bhindi. I can't handle bhindi on the dining table also.
Are you serious?
Cannot do bhindi. Yeah, just cannot.
Also, tell me, if you had the chance to only have one kind of food for the rest of your life, what would you pick if you were told to do that?
My worst nightmare. One kind of food, matlab ek hi dish. I'd rather die. Not happening, bro. Not happening. Chance hi nahi. Food is like I told you. I love eating. Like I can't even explain my love for food. It makes or breaks my mood. It makes or breaks relationships. I'm very clear about it. Khana matlab khana अच्छा होना चाहिए. You do bad food. And one food I can't eat for the rest of my life. See, I can't survive it only.
The strangest combination that you've ever made of khana that only you like and not others?
Fried rice and dal.
Same!
Really?
Yeah.
And the one thing that everyone else laughs about is I love eating besan ka chila with dahi. So everyone's like, ew. But I love that, yeah. I can't help it. It's my kind of combination. I still remember when the first time I had it in front of Pulkit, there was so much. And he looked at me and he said, what are you doing? I said, nothing, I'm eating. He said, what are you eating? I said, besan ka chila. He said, with what? He said, dahi. So he just looked at me and he's like, no, I think this is over already. Because even he's a foodie. That is something he makes fun of. He announces it to the world. Like if he has to have a conversation about me, weird. He'll be like, "पता है बेसन का चीला और दही खाती है." But I love that conversation.
That's cool. Also, one more thing, a lot of diet that I've heard of that keep coming and going. There's blood group diet, keto, this, that. Is there anything that you ever tried to follow?
What's a blood group diet?
आपके ब्लड ग्रुप के हिसाब से आपको फूड चार्ट दिया जाता है.
फिर तो मुझे मिलेगा ही नहीं, मुझे मेरा ब्लड ग्रुप ही नहीं पता.
Are you
I don't
serious?
remember. I don't know what my blood group is. I don't know my blood group.
But is there any kind of diet that you've ever followed?
I tried keto once. It didn't work for me. I realized that diets don't work. They do work. I'm not going to deny it. But I think it's very important to understand how to balance it, how to, whether it's working for your body or not. It's so important to work out. Yeah, you can't just do a diet and say, "Haan, mera weight kam ho gaya," because it'll come back. It'll come back double quantity mein. But I won't lie. I tried keto in the past and it worked beautifully for me. But then what happened after was really painful. I lost 5 kilos and I put on 10, 8 or 9.
Okay.
And the only thing that constantly works for me is workout and maintaining a healthy diet. Like, you will see me eating everything under the sun, but I will always exchange my rice and I will have quinoa instead. But I will treat myself to rice twice a week even. Or if I'm eating rice, I will make sure that I work out a little bit extra. But that balance, I think everyone needs to learn to maintain.
Absolutely. And lastly, this is for all the youngsters out there, okay? Actors को देख के सभी inspire होते हैं, and inspiration की जगह उन लोग Google पे जाके कोई भी diet या कुछ भी देख के follow करना शुरू कर देते. They starve themselves to, look in a certain way. So what is it that you would want to tell them that could give them a healthier lifestyle and in terms of eating food?
The size of the body does not matter. The size of your brain, the size of your heart, that is what matters. If someone's going to love you, including yourself, if you love yourself based on your appearance, then you're never going to be happy and no one around you is happy. It's very important to maintain a healthy lifestyle and a healthy diet, balance between things, but it's also very important to use your brain and to follow your heart. For me, I think that is the advice I will give to people, because I know what it feels like to judge yourself based on your appearance. I have done it in the past. I won't deny it. Obsessed with losing weight and getting into shape. And I was like, oh my God, look at the other actresses. They work out and they got such beautiful physiques and things like that. But when I started working out, 15 days into my workout, my trainer told me that I'm not doing this so you can get a hot body. I'm doing this to get a healthier mind and you can have a healthier life. Is all that should matter. You need to be healthy here and in your gut. But don't judge yourself on the basis of appearances. Too fat, too short, too tall, too pretty, not pretty enough. Because nothing is good enough for anybody. Nothing is good enough for anybody.
So beautifully said, yeah. So beautifully said. It's like one of those magazine articles, the way you portrayed it. So
No, but it's important. It's very important to tell people. See, I know that a lot of people find inspiration in me and I'm very grateful for it. I am. But deep down at home, I am just like everyone else now. Like, I worked hard to get where I am today and I feel like I've earned it. But the reason I think everyone can find confidence in my story is because I'll be very honest. I started working out only the last 3 years. I have never worked out before that. I just loved myself. I just looked at me and I'm like, हाँ सुंदर लग रही हूँ. I've never. But today I remember that when I came here, I thought it was going to be extremely negative and I wanted to do things that were not right for me. Like I told you, I tried the keto diet because I wanted to take a shortcut. Very honestly, I wanted to take a shortcut and I thought ये कर लेंगे, इनमें result दिख जाता है, shoot कर लेंगे, बहुत मजा आएगा. तबीयत जो खराब के बाद, it's very scary.
I can understand, and that's really important for all of us to grasp from you. So on that note, I'm going to say that thank you so much for answering so many things that I asked you, all random, and hoping to see you soon because this Zoom thing is not happening. Yeah.
It's so impersonal. I miss having human contact. I miss getting ready and I miss doing my interviews. I miss showing off and I miss showing off to people the work I've done. You know, it's so important for an actor releases that for me, I think I'm one of those actors who loves promotions. I love promotions because I mean I'm proud of my work. Why shouldn't I go announce it to the world?
Yeah.
So hard for it. But I really miss doing that. And I'm hoping that my next release will not force me to do interviews digitally.
Definitely hoping the same and hoping to see you soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll say
Thank
that
you.
thank you. And we're going to be watching Taish. We're going to watch the web series also. We're going to watch the film also. And
Yes.
yeah, take care. Lots of love to you and Pulkit from Bollywood
Right
Bubble.
back. Thank you.
See you
I had
soon.
so much fun.
Thank you, Kriti. See you soon. Bye.